Hi everyone, I am Dr. Durdana Owais, Department of Commerce, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. The topic for today's video lecture is factor pricing. In an economy, goods and services are produced. Now, why are these goods and services produced? Because they are demanded by these consumers. Now, the goods and services that are produced, how are they priced? In an economy, they are priced according to the supply and demand of the product. That is, the market forces determines the price of a product. Now, we know for producing these goods and services, various factors of productions are required, like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. These are required to produce goods and services, and they are called as factors of production. Now, these factors of production render services. For their services, land gets rent, labor gets wages, capital gets interest, and entrepreneur gets profit. These are called as factor services. Factor services are rendered by these factors of production. These factor services, which are availed by the entrepreneurs from these factors of production, they are called as factor payments. And when we go on the cost side, they are also called as factor price. The price paid by entrepreneurs for availing these services from these factors of production. That is, a factor price is the unit cost of using a factor of production. Okay, and this factor price is a function of demand for the final product. That is, the factor price of a product is dependent on the demand for the final product. Okay, this price that will be paid to the factors of production like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, they are dependent on what will be the demand for final product. That is, factor price is associated with the price that an entrepreneur pays to avail these services that are rendered by factors of production. Now, here a question comes, whether factor price is paid to the factor of production or to avail their services. What do you think so? Is it paid to the factor or for the service? Like when we pay wages, is it paid to the laborers or to the work that they have done? You guessed it right. Factor price is paid for the services, for the labor that is rendered, and not to the laborer. Okay, that is, factor price means the price paid for the services rendered by the factor of production and not the price for the factor itself. These factors of production like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, they render services. For their services, they get a price. Now, another question comes, how we should price these factors of production? We know that the demand and supply determines the price of the product. Okay, but how would you determine how much rent is to be paid? How will you determine how much wages should be given to laborers, how much interest to the capital, and how much profit should an entrepreneur take? This comes under the study of factor price. How much a factor should receive price? Okay, that is called as the theory of factor pricing. This price of factor and product are different. Now you would ask, why is there a difference in the price of a product and a price of a factor? Can't we use the theory of price determination that we had used for product? Many economics had previously put up this question that we can use the same concept or theory of price determination for factor prices also. Okay? But there is a basic difference between product demand and factor demand. Due to these differences, there is a difference in pricing of the product and factors. Now, when we look at product and factors of production, okay, there is a difference between product demand and the demand for factors. Their price is different due to these differences. Now, what are these differences? The price of the product is influenced by the forces of demand and supply, that is the market forces. Okay? The price of factors of production is also influenced by the market forces of demand and supply. Both influence the price of these factors of production. But if we analyze, we find that when we look at factors of production, there is a difference in the supply of product and the supply of factors of production. Due to this difference in the supply of products and supply of factors of production, there is a basic difference in their pricing. Okay? And this difference is due to the characteristics or the difference in product and the nature of factors of production. Let's see what these differences are. When we talk about products and factors of production, product demand is a direct demand. Why? Because products are demanded for their utility. The more the utility, more will be the demand. Okay? But factors of production are demanded not only for the utility but their utility to produce these products. That is, the entrepreneur demands these factors of production because he wants to produce these goods and services. Okay? That is, the demand for goods are direct demand. Okay? That is direct demand. But these factors of production are demanded to produce these goods and services. That is, their demand is a derived demand. Due to this basic difference, there is a difference in the pricing of product and the factor. The second difference, if we consider capital and one of the capital, a tractor. Okay, this is a capital good. Can you imagine tractor or a truck to work on its own? No, definitely not. Right? Why? Because this tractor or truck cannot work on its own. It requires another factor of production, that is a laborer. Okay? This is the second difference between the demand for product and demand for factor. While product is having an objective demand and factors of production are having subjective demand, and they have a human element in that. These be it capital or land or capital goods, they require human beings to operate them, right? Workers, you cannot separate laborer and labor. The entrepreneur himself is having a human element, right? So these all factors of production require a subjective element, a human agency. Okay. Now, the third difference is all these factors of production are jointly required to produce goods and services. But this is not the case with products. If we talk about products, some products are jointly demanded. They are called as complementary goods. but that is only few cases, right? But when we look at the factors of production, these are jointly required to produce goods and services. Okay, so the demand for factor is a joint demand. That is the third difference, which leads to a difference in price of product and the factors of production. Now, next, when we look at factors of production, the cost of the supply of factors of production is very difficult to determine. If we talk about products, it is easy to determine the price of the product or the cost of production of product, right? But how will you determine the cost of production of 1 acre of land or 1 unit of capital? How would you determine that, right? Due to this inability to determine the cost of production for the factors of production, there is a difference in the price and how you price these factors of production. These goods and services, their cost can be estimated, but these factors of production, their cost cannot be estimated. Now, we all know that land is limited in supply, capital is also limited in supply. You cannot readily increase the supply of land and capital. Okay? But if we talk about product, you can increase or decrease the supply of the product readily. Okay? But this is not the case with factors of production. Be it land, be it capital, be it skilled labor, you require some time for increasing or decreasing supply, and some are impossible to increase. Okay, this leads to the next difference, that supply cannot be increased or readily adjusted for factors of production. Then next, even if we consider a particular factor of production like laborers, we know that there is a difference in their skills and abilities. That is, no one factor of production is homogeneous in nature. Whereas when we talk about products are homogeneous. If you have produced a particular type of soap or pen, they all will be homogeneous in nature, right? But this cannot be said for any one. Even if we consider land, we know that land has varying qualities, right? Capital, different machineries are there, different products are there, right? Entrepreneurial abilities differ, and so does the skills of workers. Due to these differences in the nature of product and factors of production, there is a need for different theory of how we price these factors of production, how we pay these factors of production, and this is called as the theory of factor pricing. One of the commonly used theory of factor pricing is the marginal productivity theory. So that was all for this topic. Hope you enjoyed your video lecture. Have a nice day ahead. Keep learning, keep growing.